A venison sandwich on a fast food chain menu? Yep, you heard that right. Though it may not be that surprising to find it at Arby's, a fast food restaurant known for its meat-heavy menu.
It features a thick-cut venison steak, crispy onions, and a berry sauce.
The roast beef options may be what Arby's is known for, but you can find plenty of other meat possibilities too. If you're in the mood for burgers topped with brisket, chicken, ham, or roast beef, Arby's has you covered. Arby's, like other restaurant chains, is always looking to expand their offerings and attract new customers to their menu. In 2018, they put duck on the menu for a limited time. Also, in recent years, in an effort to always add different types of meat to their menu, Arby's released a limited-time option that didn't go over so well: a venison sandwich. For those of you who don't already know, venison is deer meat. Venison isn't easy to source in the United States because it's not commercialized. So when you do find deer meat on the menu, it's usually at upscale restaurants. Dave Chadwick, executive director of the Montana Wildlife Federation, told NPR regarding Arby's decision to include a venison sandwich on their menu, "We really shouldn't be selling game animals for food." Although his organization is made up of hunters and conservationists, Chadwick explained that the United States had a major problem with overhunting bison, elk, deer, and other antlered animals in the 19th century. He said, "One of the real drivers of America's wildlife crisis in the 19th century was unregulated market hunting and the idea that big game animals were being shot and sold for food. It makes sense that conservationist groups would be concerned, especially when a type of meat that isn't typically available to the masses is all of a sudden offered cheaply in a fast food joint. But Arby's doesn't have it that easy when it comes to sourcing the meat. Arby's purchased venison all the way from New Zealand because it's not feasible or attainable to buy in the States, according to NPR, which is good news for those who are worried that people may have a new favorite type of meat.
The company is also testing an elk sandwich at a few locations.
Serving up venison sandwiches wasn't the only situation to stir up controversy at Arby's. The chain was sued in 2012 for allegedly stealing a slogan for their limited-time bourbon bacon sandwiches. It only took 3 words to get in trouble: "Eat your bourbon." Bourbon Barrel Foods, a gourmet specialty food shop based out of Louisville, Kentucky, trademarked this phrase as a slogan for their bourbon-based sauce business, which specializes in various condiments such as Worcestershire sauce, barbecue sauce, and bourbon smoked sea salt. The owner, Matt Jamie, wasn't happy that a huge fast food chain had borrowed his phrasing, but dropped the lawsuit when Arby's agreed that a slogan wasn't worth fighting for and opted for another catchphrase. The slogan initially was highlighted on Arby's website and in an email newsletter to customers. Though their substitute slogan for those bourbon-focused sandwiches, "We paired bourbon with meats and buns," wasn't quite as catchy, it wasn't going to cause headaches and legal drama. If you're not a fan of meat or stick to a vegetarian or vegan diet, Arby's isn't going to be a preferred choice when it comes to fast food options. Their menu is very limited when it comes to non-meat items, with mostly fried and potato options, such as curly fries, crinkle fries, mozzarella sticks, jalapeno bites, and salads. And if you're hoping for a sandwich, you can skip the line because they don't serve up a single vegetarian option. And that's on purpose. In fact, when the chain debuted brown sugar bacon in 2015, it created an open letter from Arby's to vegetarians across America, mocking vegetarians by saying they would have a hard time resisting their meat sandwiches. They joked that even non-meat eaters would be tempted to give in to their carnivore desires and could call an invented vegetarian support hotline. Their message said, "When your nose betrays you and alerts the rest of your senses to find and devour this sweet meat, please call 1-855-MEAT-HELP." As if that wasn't enough, the message continued, "You will receive the support you need to resist this gateway meat and get tips on how to avoid temptation. Delicious, sizzling temptation." Needless to say, this rubbed many vegetarians the wrong way. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more MASH videos about your favorite fast food chains are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.